Yeah. Okay, so we because it's not recorded, so GM once again, thank you Gerald, Ola, Benice for coming on board. Right, so today we'll be talking about conflict resolution, right, in community moderation. Oh sorry, Mr. Michael, sorry, this is not an expense. I think I skipped that. Right. So as a community builder and a mod, you would obviously have conflict within your community. There will always be disagreement. There is always something you have to sort between maybe the members and the team leads or different leads of different projects, right? So it's not a time for you to be using abusive words. There's always a way you can do all these things. There are techniques, there's how you can address it. And today we have a veteran community builder and moderator who has been in this space for quite a while, and he's going to tell you the strategies to handle conflict within your community. It's not all about posting content and hosting events. When the trouble happens, what do you do? So thank you, Michael Dex, for coming on board. Thank you so much for accepting our invite. We do not take this for granted. Thank you so much. Thank you. And you have the floor now. You can start, sir. And yes, the attendance will be sent. Please do well to fill on the call chat. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Michael, once again. Please, you have the floor.
GM everyone. Am I audible? GM? I don't know if my network is. GM? Can you reply me if I'm audible enough?
Yeah, I can hear you. Please unmute
Okay,
yourself and
okay,
speak, guys. Yeah,
okay,
Gerald, Venus, and the rest.
okay. So we're talking about moderation techniques, right? Conflicts resolution, right? Yeah, there are many ways to, let's say, since I've working as a moderator, I found out some ways managing conflicts in the community. And then most people make mistakes of doing the wrong things, which will spoil the community. So I wrote down some ways you can go about it. Let's say, okay, when establishing community guidelines, you have to set clear expectations. Like everyone has to know what the community is for and what they should not do. And then another thing you can do is define the acceptable and unacceptable actions. Like let's say in a community now, you can decide to make it a community.
Hi, Michael. I can't hear you anymore.
Can you hear me now? Am I audible enough? Oh shit. I'm logging actually. Is
Yeah,
this
I
clear?
can hear you. Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, so go back to the top. Talking about managing conflicts in a community. You have to establish community guidelines because the guidelines are both for the community members and the mods and every other person in the community. So you have to set clear explanations for each person's behavior, clear expectations, what everyone needs to do and what they should not do, acceptable and unacceptable actions or rules that should be taken because those rules promote safety and respect. And also the rules help the moderators do their work better because if there are no rules, most can do anything. People feel it's not fair to them. Then, so I have some tips for creating effective guidelines also. Number one is keeping them simple. Keep the rules simple. Let everyone know that yes, this is it. This is what you should do and what you should not do. Make it specific. Like no links. Instead of saying don't play around with links, you can just put it no posting of links. Anybody that reads that to know that links are not accepted in the community, and then that, and then it's also anybody can see it. So it's better you just pin your rules to the community. Then something else is cover behaviors, fun, and
Hi, Michael. I can't hear you.
can't hear me. Why is
Mm,
this? Yeah?
I can't. I'm just hearing you now,
Can
but previously I wasn't
can
hearing you.
can any other person hear me apart from her? I don't know if it's my network. Can you all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
it's
can hear
better
you.
now.
Okay. You heard what I said before, like before now. Yeah.
We were, I was hearing you before, so just like you said, the network, you were not hearing me that time.
Okay. So, oh shit, this is bad. I don't know why it's this night. It was okay since today. Okay. So what I was talking about is tips for creating effective guidelines in the community. As I explained before, keeping them simple, specific, and in a place anybody can access. That's number one. Then try to control the behaviors of people. Try to make them know what to do and what not to do. Let them know the acceptable and non-acceptable actions in a group. Then, because that promotes safety and respect and others. Because a mod, okay, as a community manager now, I can decide to go against the rules, which is wrong. If the rules are there, the mod can always try to correct the community owner, even though he's the owner of the community. But that's just how it is. Then, okay, talking about now techniques for effective moderation and maintaining positive environment. Number one is be proactive. As be active. You must not always that doesn't mean you should always be awake, but always be ready for anything. Engage anything that happens in the group. Engage and be there to correct them. If anybody does any wrong, you should know the rules that applies to that and fix it. Another rule is stay neutral, just like what I was saying before. Enforce rules fairly. Nobody is above the law in the group, in the community. If the owner of the community goes against the rule, you have to correct that, even though he's above it, but you have to correct it. That's what I mean by stay neutral. Then, two, moderating, being a moderator is not as easy as most people think. Even though it's not a hard job, but it's doable. You can use bots and then functions and other stuff to help you make it works easier. Positive behavior. If someone does something that is good in the community, you can give them what they deserve. Do that, educate before punishing. Yeah. Give warnings when someone does wrong. Depends on what they do. This one depends on what the person does. Just like some communities, they give you chances. Most times, first, second, third, and then if you go against the law again, you're out of the community. So just give them one. If someone does something wrong, give them a warning first before doing anything. If they repeat it, you can decide to one or not, depend on the community, and then The next one, letting them go out. That's that for techniques. Then addressing the conflicts. First thing to do is listen. If there's a conflict in the community, you can always be calm, and even though you should be active, but calm and try to know each person's part of the issue. Let's say if two people are quarreling, try to find out from both parts. First, don't just listen to one side. Listen to the both sides, and then make a fair judgment. Even if it's needed, say you can go into your DMs to reduce the tension because some things will be easier settled in DMs. At least some explanations will be there. Instead of fighting in the community, you can just go to their DMs and help them cut it down. Okay. Then be transparent. Let everybody know the rules. Everybody know that yeah, making a fair judgment. You know that, and then that will help. Then another rule is follow guidelines. Community guidelines are there. Yes, we made it up not just for having it, but for people to follow. So you have to follow the guidelines. Even as a mod or as a community owner or builder, the guidelines are set for us to follow. So that's that part. And then another part is documents. Have a document of everything that you do. Each thing that happens in the community, try to document it. This that will help you know what that shouldn't be done. Okay, that part. Okay, sorry for disturbance. Can you guys still hear me? I'm active enough.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, that's that for community guidelines. I respect everyone. Stay on topic. If your community is for, let's say, jobbers or stuff like that, make sure you're doing only that. If community is for airdrops, make sure it's just that. No spam the community and stuff. Even if you're not a mod, at least try to help them because they're also human beings. So use the right channel, the right support, and clarify everything you're doing. And then another thing is builders or stuff, and someone does something instead of laughing at their work, you can use constructive criticism. You can like find a way to tell someone about something without having making them fall out. Just like a person does a design and then it's not okay to you, instead of saying stop the rubbish at design and stuff like that, you can tell them like okay, something like you can do better, stuff like that. To at least that person instead of feeling bad, they know that yes, they didn't do what they're supposed to do, but they can do a better work, a better job next time. Okay. So you have to describe a strategy to handle conflicts. Everything has to be plotted into one place. So pin it down, turn it to pin message, and good to go. Talking about elements,
James, sir, we can't hear you, sir. We can't hear you anymore.
So everyone, my network is really bad. I don't know what's happening. Hope it's better now. Because it's cutting me off and on.
Yeah, it's better. We can hear you now.
Okay. I'm even close to it. And I don't know how like how long do you guys let me know what to talk about again. Jim? Jim? Anyone? GM? Can you guys hear me?
James, sir, we can hear you. But we could not
Okay.
hear you for like the past 2, 3 minutes, yeah.
Wow, 2 3 minutes. Wow. That's
Yes.
big.
I was
That's
saying,
wow.
I was telling you that we couldn't hear you, but you were not responding.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I don't know. Really? Well, well, it's clear now, right?
Yeah, it's
Right?
clear now. We can hear you now.
Okay, let's say 2 minutes. Okay, I talked about defining community rules and guidelines.
Yeah, we can.
Okay,
Yeah, we heard that part.
you heard that
We
part.
already.
Okay.
Yes.
Then addressing conflicts, you heard that part, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there anyone that started that I didn't feel like you didn't get to the end of it? I mean, it's a breakthrough.
I think it was. I don't remember the exact place, but I think it was past addressing conflict.
Okay. Elements of good community
Elements
guidelines.
of good community guidelines. Yeah, I think around that side, elements of good
Okay.
community guidelines. Okay. Yeah, if you can take it from there, sir.
Okay. How
Okay,
about
how about
okay? How about guidelines?
guidelines?
How why
How
guidelines
why
matter in
guidelines matter in
Web3?
Web3? I don't think I ate that part.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Your this
You're this.
you're on loudspeaker
You're
and
on
it's
loud.
echoing my mic here. Can you reduce it? Okay. Okay. So okay, I talked about guidelines. Why guidelines matter in Web3? Say guidelines protect community's integrity. Guidelines keep everything in control. Guidelines is guidance are the rules that just like a constitution now. That's what the guideline does in the community. At least everyone sees it. Everyone knows what they should do and what they should not do. And then two guideline helps define like guidelines makes people know what the community is all about. Guidelines help with moderation also. It helps the moderators do their guideline keeps communities safe. At least everyone knows yes, you should not do this, you should do this. If someone comes to your DM to ask you for something that and the community says don't do that, you know that that person is going against the rule. Stuff like that. Then let me now go to key elements of community guidelines. So key elements number one should be no fake language. Don't use so what people can't understand. Just like an English community having rules in Chinese, not everyone has access to translate, and not even everything that's translated can be correct. So it should be in a language everyone can understand, and then in a way everybody can understand. Don't make complex rules. Just let it be simple. To its relevance, make sure every guideline is according to the community. Don't say no posting of links in the community when the group is supposed to be for promoting link and stuff like that. So you should know the right rules to put, and then make sure they are easy to access. Make sure it's easy for people to see the rules. You can either pin it or keep posting about maybe there you can keep posting the links if you can't pin it, and then you can add it to the description of the community. And then inclusivity, make sure the rules are clear, and then they don't only they don't only work for some people there, it's everywhere, so it's fair. And then make sure your rules are rules that can be enforced, because you can't make empty threats. Just like people, you do something in a group, no posting of links, you post the link and then they tell you don't post link or you'll be removed. Post again, they tell you the same thing instead of doing what you're supposed to do. So you should make sure it's rules that can be enforced. If you say anyone that does this will be removed, once the person do that, if you decide to just give the person a chance and the person does it again, then you enforce the rule, which means removing, or you ban the person, or some spaces that allow like timeouts. You can make person not to be able to send anything to the group for a long time, and then if the person does it again, you can now take the person off completely. Then okay, now go to enforcement tips. Tips to guide you in enforcing your laws. Number one is be consistent. Apply rules fairly. Doesn't matter who break the rule. Make sure it's fair to everyone. If a moderator does something, so you should enforce the law. If they say no posting of links that are not related to group and the moderator does that, you should cut them off. You should do the same thing, or you want or do that in a private place. Then another thing is to document everything that happens. If someone does something, you should mark it that yes, this person did this at this time. Make sure you have a record of things that happened to make it easy for you to enforce the laws. Then if there is a major, let's say a major clash or something in the community, you should try to warn and then break down or go into DMs to try to bring it down. As it. What should I talk about now? Okay, I talked about why community guidelines are important. So, oh shit, what is this? Gem. Am I still clear?
Yeah, James, you're clear.
Can't really hear anything. I think it's just I noticed mic moving, but I didn't hear you. Oh shit. Updates at the end of this now. I'll get a written like I'll break it down for you to understand better. What I'll do next. Since it's still okay, that'll be the end for now. Find a solution. Yeah.
James, we can hear you.
You guys see there?
Yes, we can hear you. We can't hear you anymore.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, I said I'll I'll close it up for now. Then I'll get everything. I'll write it down somewhere so everyone can. I, I'll break down everything I said, even the part we heard and the part we didn't hear, so everyone can flow with it. Okay. I think I'll end this now. I don't know. It's okay. It's really disturbing. I'm rugging. Is that okay by everyone?
Yeah, it's okay by me. I
Okay.
think
Okay.
others should talk too.
Any other person? Or if you have any question, it's from the ones you heard. Anyone?
Um, Not really. We don't have question. I don't have question, but I've noted a
Okay.
lot of things, even in the brief session, from the
Yes.
making sure you are creating a community guideline, and
Yes.
also even if somebody superior to you breaks the rule, you have to hold
Yes.
him or her responsible. So yes,
Yes.
thank
That's
you
true.
for the session, sir.
Okay. Welcome. Thank you for. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Any other person? Any other?
Oh, and yes, sir.
Broke
They
down.
always give us tutors always give us assignment before they go.
Yeah. Where's give?
Like on every track, yeah, on every episode, we are given an
Yes.
assignment.
Okay.
Like I
Okay.
mean,
That part.
the question assignment for me.
Okay. Yeah. Get that now. Okay. The assignment we're given now will be. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can
Okay.
hear you.
Okay. I just have question. Okay. Why are community guidelines essential? I'll be the assignment. And then number two will be to describe a strategy to help handle conflicts within the community. Is that okay? Did you get that?
Yes, sir, we got that. Why are
Okay.
community
One or two, right?
guidelines? Yeah,
Essential.
one and
Okay.
two.
And then describe the strategy to handle conflicts within the community. Yeah.
All right, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for your time. Okay. I'll get the breakdown. Thanks.
Thank you so much, sir. The attendance link is in the call chat.
Okay. And then one more thing. This one should be practical. Let's say think about a community. Let's say your own community, any community, any name or anything. Then that set of community goals and try them. Then share this to nothing is your own. Oh, sorry. I said the assignment is written down in the message, so you can see it, you can check it, and then if there's a question, you can get back to me.
Sorry, please. Like for some reason, network kicked me out again, so I couldn't see the assignment that was written. Please, could you like resend it on the call chat again, please? Thank you.
Okay. Okay, it's there now. Can you see it?
Yeah, I've seen the questions. Thank you very much, sir.